Hello everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to make the earrings to this, I don't know what to call this bracelet. It's made from mini duos, pearls, bicones, and Toho Demi rounds. You could also probably use 15-0 seed beads instead if you don't have those, if you'd like. I don't know, maybe I'll call it antique shop. And you know, it's made with a lot of, to me it looks antique-y. It's made with jet antique chrome mini duos, so I'll call it antique shop. We're going to learn to make the earrings to match this bracelet, and then you could easily make the bracelet on your own by just continuing to make the units. It's very cute. And easy. If you want an easy project that looks complicated, this is the bracelet for you, or this is a pattern for you. Alright, so let's get a materials list. You're going to need some ear wires. I'm using stainless steel. They last forever, and my ears are very sensitive, and so I've got to have at least stainless steel ear wires. 4mm bicones. All these products, except for the seed beads, came from the March Potomac Best Bead Box. And then we've got, I think we're going to need 8 mini duos in jet antique chrome, a little pile of Toho Demi rounds, as it says 11-0, and some pearls. And these are Potomac pearls in dark gray, and they're 4mm. Alright, I've got a size 10 beading needle, Fireline, about an arm span of Fireline, with a stop bead with about a 6 to 8 inch tail. Alright, so get everything together, come back, and we'll get started. Alright, let's pick up a mini duo, demi rounds, mini duo, demi rounds, mini duo, demi rounds. That's 3. We need 4. Mini duo, demi rounds. Alright, bring those down to the stop bead. And sew them into a circle by going up through that last bead next to the stop bead, but do not go through your stop bead. My stop bead happens to be the same bead that I'm using here, so I have to be very careful. Like that, and tie them into a little, either you could look at it as a diamond or a square. Okay, go back around and reinforce. Go through all of that. Make sure you go through the right hole, the hole that you've already been through. Just trace your thread path back through that whole row of beads. This is just to, of course, reinforce your component or earring. Make sure you go through the right bead, not the stop bead, and through that mini duo on the inside hole. Alright, now we may as well add the pearl to the center. So coming out of that mini duo, pick up your pearl, coming down through. Make sure you get your tail thread out of the way. Coming down through that center hole of that mini duo. I'm going to jump over, come down through that center hole, the hole we've already been through a couple of times, of that one opposite it. right like that. Then to reinforce, we'll go back up through that pearl. And down through the center hole of the previous mini duo. Right like that. We don't want to pull it down to where it spreads out that unit, but just make sure it's on there tight. Alright, get there, come back, we'll do the next step. Now, we're coming out of that center hole of that mini duo. Just want to step up into that outer hole of that same bead. And we'll be switching directions. So be working in the opposite direction. Make sure you move your stop bead out of the way, and we'll pick up a bicone. Coming out of this outer hole, we'll jump into the next mini duo outer hole of the next bead. Pick up a bicone. Excuse me. Go through the next mini duo on the outside hole. Pick up a bicone. Go through the next outer hole of that next mini duo. Pick up a bicone. Do the same thing. Okay, and that's what we have. And then we're going to step up into that next bicone. And get ready to put on our 11-0 demi rounds. Get there, come back, we'll do the next step. Okay, I'm going to pick up 6 Toho Demi rounds. If you're using 15 OC beads, you might have to work out the number. So there's 6 demi rounds, and go through the next bicone. Pick up 6 more. And needle through that next bicone. Oops, got caught on my table. Okay. Pick up 6 more demi rounds. Go through the next bicone. And 6 more demi rounds. And go through that next bicone. Alright, we're coming out right where we need to be, but I want to go ahead and reinforce all the way around that last row. So go ahead and go through the 6 seed beads, bicone, this whole outer edge, 6 seed beads, bicone, all the way around. Come back and we'll do the next step. Okay, to make the bracelet, all I did was I was coming out of the bicone and I added a Toho Demi round, a 4mm pearl, demi round, 4mm bicone, demi round, pearl, demi round, and went through this side, the opposite side of that bicone, went back through and started working from this bicone and started on the outer edge, you know, working my way into the center instead of center outward for the bracelet. But here for the earring, I'm going to add, let me zoom in a little. Let's add 3 demi rounds of 4mm pearl. Go through the loop. Make sure it's shut. Go through the loop. Let me get my pliers. I want to squeeze that shut. Make sure that's shut. This is when closed jump rings really come in handy. It's hard to find them in bulk. If anybody knows where to get small 4mm closed jump rings in a bulk, let me know. Go through the loop of that ear wire, then go back down through the pearl. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see, and I'm not holding it. My fingers aren't in the way. It makes it a little harder. Okay, and then pick up 3 demi rounds and come through the opposite side of that bicone. And here, kitty cat whining. Alright, now all that's left to do is just, and these are very petite earrings for a petite bracelet. You know, it's pretty petite. So go back through, up through those 3 demi rounds and the pearl. Let me get it to where I can work. Go back up through the 3 demi rounds, the pearl, make sure you don't get your wire, go through the loop of the ear wire, move it again, turn it around, go back down through the pearl, the 3 demi rounds on the right side, or the opposite side, the ones we haven't done yet, and back through that bicone. Alright, do that one more time and come back and we'll sew off. And I think we're gonna, instead of tying knots, we're coming out of that bicone. Let's go through the outer hole of that mini duo, and then immediately reverse directions, go through that. Inner hole of that same mini duo. Reverse directions, go through the outer hole, go through that next bicone, go through the outer hole of that next mini duo, go through the inner hole of that same duo, Make sure the thread it went so fast I didn't see where the thread went. You don't want to get it caught on anything. Go through the, we're reversing directions here. Go through the outer hole. Go through that next bicone. Go through the outer hole of the next mini duo. Inner hole, reversing directions. Outer hole. Let's do it again. Come back in that same duo. Go through the outer hole again. And let's go ahead and catch a half hitch knot right here. Just go in between those two beads there. The bicone and the mini duo. Pull until you've got a loop. Needle through that loop. And pull that knot down. And then go up through that bicone. And then this is the last time we'll go up through that mini duo on the outer hole. We'll go back through on the inner one. And then we'll go back through on the outer hole. And I think it's safe to cut it now. Cut your thread. Now on your tail thread, let's see, we're coming out of the inner hole. No, it looks like we're coming out of that. Well, if we're coming out of the seed bead, just go through the inner hole of the mini duo and just do the same thing all the way around, back and forth, inner hole, outer hole, inner hole, then you'll go through that Toho seed bead, and then through the inner hole, outer hole, inner hole, Toho, inner hole, outer hole, inner hole, tie a little knot, go through a couple more beads, and you'll be done. Be set. We'll come back and look at our earrings. Don't forget to pull off your stop bead before you start working on your tail thread, okay? And there we have it. Very simple pattern that looks, kind of complicated when you sew them all together, but very elegant and very feminine looking earring. Little small earring. Sometimes that's all you want. It'd be nice, really nice, if I could have turned this also into a choker. That would have been cute if I had enough beads. So yeah, this is a project from the Potomac's Best Bead Box, like I said, from March. If you're not already a subscriber, I don't have my affiliate link still, but I believe I'll leave the link below of this below this video in the description box. Leave the link to the page, Potomac Beads Best Bead Box. Alright, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.